Ever since we were in grade 10, we kind of had the same team we did now. No one really knew who we were. We thought we could do good in provincials. And we've just been the same team, building off each other every single year. And we finally got to prove it this year. And we just lived the underdog life, I guess.
I think we've always been underrated coming from the island. Like, not very many teams know of us, and we always get shadowed out by Oak Bay.
Well, I mean, coming from the island, we're sort of like slept on, I guess. Teams kind of like slept on us.
It was pretty exciting knowing that you could be a top ranked 13 team and being a 4th team, and no one thinks about you. We're the underdogs.
Still end of story.
We often get the, it's Cinderella run and underdog, and I understand, like I get it. To be honest, we did not play well the first half of the season.
It was kind of like a roller coaster. It was like we had our ups and downs, but at the end it was down. But once we hit provincials, I thought we really peaked.
It was kind of an advantage to us coming in as no one really knew about us, and everyone underestimated us. They thought it was just going to be a walk in the park against us, number 13. So yeah, being underrated really helped us, I think.
Not to say that they didn't come in thinking they're better than us, but it felt like that. Yeah. And so feeding off like us getting points and them getting upset, that's kind of how I think we played it, and it seemed to work for us.
The reason we weren't, out of our heads is because we expected to win those games.
Just the way our coach was talking to us pregame and like 2 days before, he was telling us like, you guys are gonna win this game. Like, don't have any doubt in your mind at all.
Before we even played, we knew we were gonna win. Yeah. Because all year we knew we were a top 5 team. We just didn't really get a chance to prove it.
And seeing how hard they worked and getting to provincials was honestly so much fun. We streamed it throughout the school, so everyone was watching.
I was actually at a hockey game watching that game on my phone.
We also had a good strategy and game plan going into this game. We knew what each player did, and how they liked to shoot, their offense, everything about them.
They're playing defense. This isn't the team that we've seen all year. This team isn't backing down to whoever they're playing, but they look like they're in it. They're playing gritty and scrappy, which wasn't really their MO. They put up points, but they weren't scrappy. So if they play like this for the second half, they're going to win this game. It was I think in the second quarter they got going. Third quarter they got the lead, and when they got punched, they just punched back. And I was like, okay, they got this. This is sweet first run. And then looking at who they were playing next, I'm like, there's no reason they can't beat them.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking they were going to the semis. Yeah. But you never know with high school hoops.
We just finished beating the 4. Who's to say we can't beat the 5? And earlier in the season, we lost to them by 1.
Yeah, also when we played them earlier, when we did lose by 1, we were short 1 player. We had some sickness going on as well. One of our starters was out. So we really came into that game, especially after beating the number 4 team, we were all confident, we were all ready, and the moment we got out there, we all knew that it was our game to win.
Their pressure is really heavy on us. So I know that me and Nishad had to take over the game and stop their pressure for the full court pressure. And I knew that Isaac, he could take over the game because he was a bigger guy, so we kept feeding at him, and he just took over.
It was ugly.
Gets the job done.
He definitely has a weird shot, and it's been like that since grade 10. Yeah. But we just kind of let it happen because he's been 70% mid-range, wide open.
He's water.
We can't really say anything when someone's hitting.
You've never seen a stanky leg free throw. He's got the stanky leg free throw.
It's definitely different. Yeah. Unique in its own way, but he's got the touch down. He's working on this touch, and Doesn't matter how it looks, or as long as it goes in, honestly, that's really all we're concerned about.
You know, as far as the culture goes, when I took over senior, I got lucky. I had a wonderful group of kids. I felt it was the best way to go about it was get the older kids involved with the younger kids. And we had such good kids that were good students, good members of the community, good team members, you know, gym rats, and their life was basketball, right? Sorry, I should say school and basketball.
For me as a former phys ed teacher, basketball player, and athlete, every time I walk in here, it's a smile. And when I came in December over the break to move in, I walked into the school and the gym was full of little kids bouncing balls.
But they weren't out partying and doing things that some teenagers choose to do. And so what happened was that kind of fed to the younger kids and it became an expectation. So our culture has just built off a really good group of kids followed by another group that learns from that group that learns from that group. So when you come to Belmont the first day, you see what these seniors are doing and they learn really quick what's expected of them. Guys, get in passing lanes now before they pick you. Passing lane, Kaylin, turn. As far as basketball goes, to play out of a culture like that, it becomes easier and easier, right? Because the kids are just more and more dedicated. Guys like Nishad and the friends, he played with Julius and Lucas. When they see those guys in the gym like 6 in the morning every day, they're like, oh, that's what it takes to shoot the ball like Nishad shoots the ball. Next thing you know, there's 3 and 4 guys in here, and then there's some younger guys. Then all of a sudden the grade 9s are coming at 7 in the morning before school, before I'm here. So I think as that feeds, all of a sudden our teams get better, right? And I think also winning tournaments and having those runs in the provincials, not just making it, obviously that's going to continue to build the culture because right now, yes, basketball is building out in the West Shore, and I hope our school will continue to build and get better and better, and hopefully we'll stay in that, like you said, maybe top tier of teams versus being somewhere in the maybe 20 to 30 range.
Our coach basically told us he was really proud of how far we came, and 3rd or 4th, depending on how we do, is still something to be really proud about.
1, 2, 3, go! 4, 5, 6, yeah!